So with a background in architectural design, this has inspired this young man to venture into creating 3D and 2D art with a mix of architecture. With me now, architectural designer, visual artist, Kamaal Manboard. Morning.
Morning.
Welcome to Smile. Walk on.
Thank you.
Boy, them nice. Them nice. You're from Negril?
Yes, I'm from Negril.
Tell me a little bit about your growing up in Negril. What was that like?
Well, I grew up in the 90s, and back then there wasn't any cell phones and didn't grow up with cable TV, so it was the river, the beach, just enjoying that nature and all that was there at that time.
You
so
love
it was very fun.
Oh, I love it. Where architecture come from?
So, well, I was always creating things from I was very young, always nailing 2 pieces of board together, building 3 houses and so forth. So my mom suggested that I studied architecture because she saw where I had,
Okay. So where the art? Where did that
also
come?
her, so I come from a very creative family. So from as long as I can remember, I've had a pencil in my hand drawing, and she facilitated that as well, make sure I had all the materials I needed to just be creative and create.
And in both areas, when did you know personally that, no sir, me have little quality, we can do something. When did you work out that?
From I was very young, from I was maybe about 6, I would sit there and draw. I wasn't very social, and I would form a crowd, and all through high school, through university, I would sit and draw, and a crowd would form around me.
We have about 4 pieces, but we don't have a boat. We have 5 pieces here, but they all seem to be like you're doing like a, what's the word I want?
So
it's a, what's the word I look for?
So there are portraits.
Yeah.
They are portraits, and they are surreal in nature. So these pieces are from my series called Architectonic Identity.
Say that is the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
Series, as she tell me.
Yes.
Series. So
Yes.
This is a series.
This is a series, and it speaks about how our built environment influences, our identity, and who we are also help to influence the places that we create. So this in particular is a love letter to Caribbean architecture, and from that bygone era that I want to celebrate, because I grew up seeing these houses. I grew up in a similar board house to this one with the banana tree around the back and the hibiscus in the front. So it's a part of my experience as well, and I'm hoping that they can connect to individuals from the diaspora and they feel like it's a part of them.
Oh, Kamaal, they're beautiful. Is this lady anybody in your life, or you just draw somebody?
Basically, they represent different archetypes of people that I grew up with and see. My grandparents, they were a big part of the church and so forth. So
I was going to say huge. Well, they're not huge, but they are big.
They're
all your stuff,
nice size.
all your stuff. No man, them big man. All your stuff is this size, or you do smaller?
Yes, I love this size in particular because they frame a space very well and fits on the wall.
So you tell me about the church. What go on here?
So this is a teenager, and this is the house that she lives in and her surrounding. And when I look at this piece, it kind of reminds me of my mom. The
Where
look
did
that
the idea
she
come from to do this series?
Well, I studied architecture and I grew up painting, so it made sense to put those 2 things together.
Tell me about the Rasta man.
Yeah, so I grew up.
Hold on. So we're still here.
Yes.
That hasn't come off just yet.
Okay.
And so you can see the banana, and you can see everything here.
So it's almost as if I used to paint landscape paintings with the old Jamaican house in the yard with a person in the yard, and I just decided to take all those things and combine in one entity to create.
Oh, come on, I'm impressed. Tell me about the Rastaman.
So the Rastaman, as I said, these are people who I would see around me growing up in Westmoreland. You would see the Rastaman in the bushes and so forth when I would go on to shoot bird and catch fish. And these are people that I interacted with growing
up. How long would something like that take you? And do you sit until you're done, or you paint and you go out the road and come back and go again, and you go out the road and come back again?
Yes, I work
but were you to just sit and do this from start to finish? How long would something like that?
I haven't really gone into recording that time because...
So how long it took you overall?
I would say this piece took about a week and a half, but the process starts before that because I start off from sketches and designing out my idea and go back and forth.
And a week and a half of everyday painting?
Yes, I would say.
Gosh, it's beautiful. The fella behind there now, I forgot to move so I can see it. But it's not a fella at all. Yeah, tell me about that one over there now.
So this piece is called Kingston 13, and a lot of the buildings are actual buildings in the area, the Maxwell Avenue area, that I took and kind of mix and match them a bit to form almost. She has a community on her head while these others have single houses.
Kingston 13?
Kingston 13. And in Kingston, almost every yard have a mango tree. So
yeah.
I put all those things together.
About 6 in my own. It sounds like you like mangoes and not where I live. All right, that's beautiful though.
Yes.
That is incredible. And it is, what's the word I want now? Striking is the word I want. You're not available this time. It's quite striking, isn't it?
Yes.
This one now is very interesting.
Yes.
That one look like it's me because of my abstain.
Okay. Right.
Yeah. Clive, why you laugh, please?
So in Westmoreland, they have a lot of sugarcane fields, and you know, the Indian side of my family came into Jamaica as indentured workers, where they used to work on sugarcane plantations. And a lot of time when they're burning, slash and burn the sugarcane, the fire would get away and would catch some of these houses on fire. And it's almost as if like the sugarcane, where it's a renewal, it's a cycle. You know, you would have to build back these houses and come back again, and it's like a cycle of renewal.
Well, Kamaal, I see a face there. I see a face there. I see a face there. And I see a face there. So why you take out my face? Because everybody knows it's my stomach that. Everybody knows that it's some mistake, but why you take out my face?
It was just how I imagined the composition. As you can see, the torso is showing. Yep. So I work based on what I see works best for the story.
Give me an idea of what you sell these for.
Well, these pieces are going for $5,000 US each.
I think it was
that's my price. But also I have prints.
Jamaica,
I have prints of my work, high quality prints that you would receive with a certificate of authenticity and the number in terms of how much.
How much you sell those for?
Those are going from 25,000 Jamaican dollars and up based on the size.
Yeah. So no, 5,000. Clive went by a couple of them at 5,000 US. Regina, I'm impressed. I'm really impressed.
Right.
Where can people find you to get the stuff if they want?
Well, you can check houseofomoro.com or on my Instagram page, House of Omoro, and also Kamaal Art on Instagram.
All right, there, Kamaal.
So that's OMORO.
And it's Kamaal, Kamaal.
Yes.
His name is Kamaal Manboard, architectural designer and visual artist. All right, we're going to hear more from the band and probably have a little chat with them when we come back. Stay with us, please. Soon come.